Hey guys, Czar here, checking back in with you. Hope all is well. It is 2:03 p.m. Just back from a 5-mile walk, which I often do during the twilight zone, or I go to the gym and have a workout for an hour or two, depending on what market action looks like. It's been pretty quiet here by the looks of it while I was gone. And now I'm watching the 30-minute chart here on the Dow as we are kind of hovering around this newly formed zone here. But these wicks, of course, have been doing their work all through the New York session here after this big run up on the open, and then this kind of meandering, working its way down, and now finding support here. Let's take a look at the Three Sisters grid, shall we? There it is. Not much going on there. All three are trading below their moving average configuration, just barely though. It's there's not much in it. But the Nasdaq and the S&P are below volume weighted average price. The Dow is on it, has been for quite some time. These are 1-minute charts, by the way. 1-minute candles, I should say. And there's Nasdaq, S&P, and the Dow with volume weighted average price. So not a whole lot to look at there, or to garner from what I'm looking at there on the Three Sisters. But I wanted to just to check in with you here. I'll probably put you on pause here for a while, but check back in with you here after the twilight zone, this kind of sideways meandering stuff that we often see during the lunch hour or two. Basically from when Europe closes at 11:30. Frankfurt, I believe, closes at 11 a.m. New York time. UK, London, the big market, closes at 11:30 a.m. And then it's basically just North America and international players from there. All right, let's take a look at the S&P. Yeah. Messy wicks here, guys, in the 30-minute. See that? Not a lot to garner from that. And then, of course, the Nasdaq sitting here at a key zone. We'll be watching that too, with this clean traffic below. So back on the Dow. And now I'll just put you on pause, and I'll bring you back if anything materializes here, and we'll walk through it together. Back in a bit, guys. Okay, and we're back. Let's take a look now. Here we go. 3-minute chart, 2-minute chart, 1-minute chart. Selling here on a pullback. Not going to get it. It's possible. If we pull back to this line right here at 250, here we go. Getting ready now. I want 250 right there. Might get it. It's a limit order. And in, guys. And down. See that there, how quickly that happened? 208. I'm looking for 30 points here. This might be a very quick trade. Risking 25 to make 30. Zone break trade. Being patient here. Third trade of the day. Stop to break even. Stop to break even now. It's really a trend continuation trade. More so than a zone break trade because of these wicks that are here. So I'm going to call it a trend continuation. My stop is still at break even. I'm just going to put that up there because it looks better. But I'm at break even, looking for 30 points. Two trades in the morning, and so far one in the afternoon here. Currently 2:10 p.m. One Dow long, one Dow short, another Dow short. Patience now. Staying with it. Stop is at break even though the marker's up there. Just doing this so that the marker shows on the 30-minute. I'll explain what I mean. See, made it bigger there so that you can actually see it. This will be a zone break tree. I'm going to call it a zone break T-con. So it's both trend continuation and a zone break. This newly formed zone. But because of the trend continuation aspect of it, I didn't need to wait for this to break and close and then form a new breaking candle or drop down to the 10 or 15, because this is very much a trend continuation of this down move that's been happening ever since the initial push on the open of New York. Hopefully that makes sense. One more push down. And unfortunately being bought up there at that wick. We tapped that wick exactly. But I think we can blast through that. Just going to give it some time here. I'm willing to go back to break even if necessary. I know that might not seem very smart to some of you who are newer to trading, because I was at 28 points here in profit, and I'm looking for 30. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna put you on pause here for the meantime. I'll bring you back. And making our way back down again, we'll see if we can hit this thing and shut it down. And bought up again. I'm going to watch this. This is a 1 minute chart. Let me take you to the 2 minute chart for a moment. And then back to the one. Keep it simple. So just to be clear, this is a trend continuation of the trend that began after the initial push up. It's a downtrend, right? Impulse candle, partial retracement, impulse 2 candles, partial retracement, impulse potentially down again. And that's all based on this initial rejection from the daily, a very, very key zone that goes back to early December of 2022, which I talked about in my last video there, the short that I took following that rejection. So even though this is a bullish candle in terms of color, right, it's a white candle, this is a bearish configuration given the rejection at that level and that big top wick after the push up here today. So hopefully that makes sense. That's why I'm short. We have this bearish break of a newly formed zone on the 30-minute chart down here. We have a sequential wave downtrend on the lower time frame. That's the 1 minute and even the 2 minute and even the 3 minute bearish configurations on EMAs with the 9 below the 21. And again, those numbers, those EMAs don't really matter. You can use whatever you want. I just happen to use those on the lower time frames. They seem to work well with my brain wiring, and you can use whatever works for you, if any EMAs at all for that matter. Put you back on pause here, guys. Just kind of grinding around at this point. Pause. And still alive here. Came within 1 point of being stopped out. Thankfully, I have a good broker, as many of you know, good broker with very tight spreads and great executions, and I'm very happy with them. Not great charting. That's why I use TradingView for charting, but see if we can make a move down here. This trade idea is very much intact still. Still that bearish moving average configuration, sequential wave, nice zigzag correction here, routine. Stop is at break even, by the way. Even though I have the marker here, it's right there. Looks like I might get stopped out here. We'll see. And out break even. All right, that was a tight one. I'm going to put you on pause and I'll bring you back and see how this thing pans out. But this is a break even trade, third trade of the day. And I'll pause you right now. I want to see how the way this goes from here. All right, guys, a few minutes have passed. You can see what happened. This thing exploded to the upside. So this is one of those times when taking a break even is just a gigantic win in your mind and in your emotional makeup. You can see this became a zone reversal trade. It looks like, or setup, I should say. This could be ripe for a long here. We'll see. But this was a fake out, right? In terms of zone break, and this is why for a pure zone break trade, I would typically wait for a candle to break and close, and then break below that candle. We did not do that here, as I explained earlier, because this was really a trend continuation trade, but it happened to be breaking a zone as well. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. This is why we have multiple reasons or confluence to enter a trade, and we're able to come out very nicely on this one. It's been a very profitable day so far. Hope to keep it that way. Have an amazing day, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.